4.2 rates. I can use ratios as rates.
Can you?
Yes.
Yeah.
So ratios really are rates. The difference between a ratio and a rate is what? What is the difference between a ratio and a rate, Samatar?
Rate has labels.
Well, a ratio has labels. It's just that a rate has what in its labels?
A rate has like different labels.
A ratio has the same label. The top and the bottom, whatever we're comparing, is the same thing. Like I ate one piece of pizza out of two possible pieces of pizza. That's comparing the same thing, right? Pieces of pizza. But if I'm talking about driving down the road at 50 miles per hour, I'm talking about the number of miles to the number of hours, right? So the rate would be different labels, different units. The ratio would be the same label or the same units. And the definition is right there for you. And then the biggie, taking it one step further, is a unit rate. What is the unit rate? How is a unit rate different from a ratio or a rate? How is a unit rate different from a ratio or a rate, Nick?
Because the second quantity has to be 1.
So the denominator has to be 1, right? The second quantity has to be 1. So, by the way, we never talked about this, so this is big. Again, I see not all of you looking up here right now. If I'm driving down the road at 50 miles per hour, could I write it as 50 to 1? Yes or no?
Yes.
Yes! Could I write it as 50? Now, it would be great if I had the labels. 50 over 1?
Yes.
Could I write it as 50 to 1?
Yes.
Yes. And obviously, this would be miles per hour, and this would be, that would be your speed, and not miles per hour. This would be your miles, and this would be your hours. So miles per hour. Sorry for that awful writing there. Okay? All right, so moving on down to number 2, fun facts. If you hear the word per, you're usually talking about a
Rate.
Okay? And then, like you just said, all rates have different units or different labels. Number 3, Miss Gamby ran 80 laps in 20 minutes. Write this as a rate. We know it's a rate because it has what for the labels? Minutes and
Laps.
are they different?
Yes.
So it's a rate, right? Is 20 minutes per 80 laps the same thing as 80 laps per 20 minutes?
Yes. Yes.
Okay, and then number 7 asks you to reduce that into a unit rate. So we did, we said it is 4 laps per minute because we use actually this one, right? How did I get from 20 minutes to 1 minute, you guys? How did I get from,
Reducing.
what did I reduce by? How did I reduce 20 to 1?
Divided by 20.
So if I divide the bottom by 20, what do I do to the top?
Divided by 20.
Is 80 divided by 24 laps?
Yes.
Mrs. Miller eats 25 hot dogs in 5 hours. Her unit rate then would be 5 hot dogs per hour because the bottom number is?
1.
The bottom number is?
1.
1. And this is not a unit rate because the bottom number is?
5.
5. So that's just a?
Rate.
That's just a rate. Okay? Questions?